Oh, this one here. We've got another little story that I want to get into. This one is a bit... No, it's not. This story here, I just find it a bit funny, a bit interesting, really and truly. Like, as we all know, there's one place where if you're doing dumb shit, you're gonna encounter the police, and it's just gonna be a long day for you. And that's on airplanes. Like, me personally, I could never understand how people have fights on airplanes or having all this energy on the airplane. Like, it's just crazy to me. Like, on a plane, you get me? Like, fair enough if it's like an outside problem, you see each other on the plane and then whatever, fair enough. Like, that's a whole different situation. I'm not condoning it, not condemning it, whatever. Boom. I'm just saying, like, say someone like knocks your bag or something, and then now you're arguing on the plane, and both of you are like, you're going to your holiday destination. You get me? Even coming home, like, who wants to go on holiday, and when they're coming home, they get stuck in a country in a prison cell, in a jail cell? Like, it's just long. Like, fam, I just never understand it. Well, anyway, let's get into the story here, yeah? Irish MMA star Sinead Kavanagh arrested after tussle with police on Ryanair flight to Dublin. Was that Garda Civil? So I'm guessing that's in like Spain or somewhere. Irish MMA fighter Sinead Kavanagh had reportedly been arrested after allegedly attacking two Spanish police officers called to deal with a disturbance on a Ryanair plane from Gran Canaria to Dublin. Yeah, it was right. But that's wild, because she's getting arrested for attacking the police. I thought like maybe she had something went on with a passenger, and then the police got involved and arrested her, but maybe the police was coming to deal with her. She was I don't know. But let's read into the story anyway, cause yeah, crazy. And it's an MMA fighter as well, so crazy. The 39-year-old is said to have been held on Monday evening and spent the night in a police cell before appearing in court earlier today. Local media are reporting the two civil guard officers allegedly assaulted by Kavanagh are currently off sick because of their injuries they suffered. Oh my days. Nah, they're milking that. They're defo milking that. They're probably saying, yeah, MMA fighter, yeah. Nah, we got attacked. I'm off sick. Like, fam, come on. Like, did any of them get rocked or anything? Like, let's see how serious the assault was first. Let's see, because you never know. Maybe she did a mad thing, MMA fighter and that, but it's crazy. Carry on reading anyway. The featherweight fighter, a friend of Conor McGregor, is said to have been released on bail pending an ongoing criminal probe after appearing in front of a judge in a closed court hearing this morning. The incident Kavanagh was caught up in happened while the plane was preparing to take off around 7:30 on Monday. One local newspaper, Atlantic Ahoy, published the footage of the incident in the plane aisle said to have involved Kavanagh. Now, this is here in a MMA fighting outfit representing Ireland. So, yeah, fam, she looks like she'll rap a few yaks though. She looks like she's a crasher still. I can't lie. In the Irish, that when it comes to the fighting, the Irish is serious though. So, yeah, wouldn't put it past her. But yeah, a woman could be heard shouting in English in the video as she grappled with two police officers struggling to control her. One of the uniformed civil guard officers appeared to be a woman. Another newspaper, Canarias 7, said the pilot requested police presence after the flight crew was unable to control Kavanagh's violent attitude. You see, like, as an MMA fighter as well, you would assume that with the MMA or with combat sports like MMA and stuff like that, it comes with discipline. Like, that's what you would expect, but maybe it comes with ego too, so it's probably balancing out the two. So yeah, having like having a violent attitude. But you know what? Violent attitude. What? Violent attitude. What does that even mean? Wait, they're like, what? How can an attitude be violent unless she's actually doing violent things? Like, or is that you seeing that she's like, she's not like a dainty, delicate female. She's not a dainty, delicate woman. So are you just getting that? Are you taking that energy off her, or is she actually acting in a violent way? Because what is a violent attitude? Like, I don't think I've ever come across a violent attitude before. Like, maybe that's just me with limited knowledge of this kind of stuff, but maybe that's just me. But yeah, that was a bit of a weird phrasing. Maybe it's lost in translation. It said when the officers arrived, she resisted aggressively and hit the officers several times, leaving them with several injuries which led them to having to take time off work. Kavanaugh was reportedly taken to an airport cell after backup was called and 4 police officers got into a patrol car with her. Spanish national media were last night beginning to pick up the story, as well as local media in Gran Canaria. So, yeah, Spain news is all over this. You get me? This is more from her fights. Well, yeah, a spokesperson for the civil guard confirmed a woman had been arrested on Monday evening after police were called to remove 2 troublesome passengers from a plane that was about to take off from Gran Canaria International Airport. She said, "I'm not at liberty to confirm the identity of those passengers. What I can say is the pilot requested police presence because of 2 passengers who were causing problems on board a plane that was about to take off. Officers were going to identify them and take them off the plane because the pilot had decided they weren't going to fly." You see that? One thing I could never let happen to me about the pilot saying that I can't fly. That's dead. This is why you need to control yourself in these situations, because fam, how are you getting kicked off? How are you getting kicked off a plane just because of your attitude? Fix up. Like, fix up, fam. Like, this is, I know she's gone past that stage because she's saying that she's 39. It says, you know what happens, could be happening later in life, could happen earlier. She must still be in that childhood brain. No, she must still be in the adolescence brain, because, or maybe this is in the early aging brain. No, maybe it's in the adulthood brain and she's just stuck in her ways. But fam, getting kicked off a plane because of attitude, like, it's not that hard to just not have an attitude and just get to where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh fam, wild. One of those passengers resisted and got into a tussle with officers and ended up being arrested. She spent the night in a police cell and was taken to court this morning. Asked whether any officer had been assaulted and why she had been arrested, the police spokesman said it was for disobedience towards a police officer. There was a tussle on board the plane, but no assault as such. So, the police spokesperson says there wasn't an assault. It was just a tussle. But then these people are taking time off work saying they've been assaulted. So, like, what's going on? What's the truth? Like, what's the truth here? Because the police spokesperson saying that it was just a tussle, like resisting arrest. And these times now, people are going off sick. So if someone's going to resist arrest and that's what causes you to go off sick, like, how serious is that? Like, should you even be in that job if that amount of conflict would cause you to either have so much physical injury or so much mental injury you can't come into work? But maybe they're just trying to milk it because she's a celebrity and she's an MMA fighter and all these things. So you never know. A spokesperson for Ryanair said the crew of the flight from Gran Canaria to Dublin, 24th of November, called ahead for police assistance prior to the departure after 2 passengers became disruptive on board. These passengers were offloaded before this flight continued to Dublin. Ryanair has strict zero tolerance. Yeah, that's just Ryanair's no policy. Like, everyone already knows all that kind of stuff. Every company has no zero tolerance to misconduct and behaviours and all them kind of things. Kavanagh, who hails from Dublin suburb of Inchicore, one of the two, something like that, became a 5-time national boxing champion and competed alongside Katie Taylor on the Irish team that went on to the world champions in 2021. After losing multiple fights, she quit the sport and became an MMA fighter. She was ranked 10 at women's featherweight according to Fight Matrix from April 2021 to July 2022 and March 2022. So, yeah, she's a decent fighter and whatnot. It's just, how are you getting yourself in a situation on a plane? Like, is the video anyway? Let's see what actually happened. Oh, nah. What are you doing? What are you doing? I would say that's I heard that's a tussle still, but that's kind of a serious tussle still. Like, fam, my girl ended up in that chair, then she gets crashed down that shit. Like, what's going? Was he swinging? Nah, wait, did she have done in a headlock? Or did Donna have her in a headlock? Who was in the headlock? Who got headlocked? Nah, Donna's got her in a headlock. Oh my days. Fam. Yeah, we'll watch it one more time. Just one more time. Nah, fam, that's a wild situation still. Like, it looks a bit more like, I don't know. From that, I don't know why people are gone off sick from work, really and truly. That it still seems like a stretch, but it seems more serious than just a tussle. Like, you get me? Like, so yeah, I get that still. Like, I get why she'll be getting in trouble, but it's one of them ones where, like, yo, you can't be acting like this on planes, man. Like, come on. I know it's Ryanair, so the flight's cheap enough to book another one, but still, that's not the point. Like, have some decorum on these planes, like, you know, because the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to get kicked out. You're not going to be able to fly, inconveniencing yourself. And then, especially if you're in a foreign country, like, double inconvenience. So it's just like, yeah, maybe think through your actions before you do them, especially on planes. Like, you know, crazy. You know what? Let's see. 1-2 highlights of Sinead KO Kavanagh. Yeah, Sinead KO Kavanagh. Because let's see what these Guard Civil officers was up against. Yeah, we'll just watch a few highlights, just a few clips.
It quickly, it's Kavanagh. Oh, she's all over her. Olga getting tagged again. Sinead Kavanagh.
Yeah, she looks like she'll be a problem to deal with, you know, in them Garda Civils. Like, you get me, car, you know she'll be hitting the gym, and if Donnie ain't hitting the gym, and I know my girl definitely ain't hitting the gym, like, it's a long day for both of them, because they're probably expecting, like, yeah, we can deal with it. It's 2 women. These times, my girl's moving like a top knocker. You get what I mean? So, maybe there was reason for them to go off sick. Maybe not. I don't know. But, yeah, this whole story is just a bit wild still. Now, my girl's in court. Criminal probe. So, yeah, it's just one of them situations where we just need to take care about how we're acting on these planes, because it just doesn't take much for you to get kicked off, really and truly, and then that's your whole travel plan is disrupted. Holiday might be cancelled, you know, especially if you're going out, you're flying out, holiday cancelled. So crazy. So yeah, that was the stories for today. If you like that, you like what we're doing over here, you like the stories, you like the content, whatever, you like the sound of my voice, you get me, drop a like on the video, drop a follow, comment, subscribe, you know, all of that. all of this, all of that. You get me? Hit it from the back because the ass was fat, you know. But yeah, obviously, we're just going to keep moving, keep growing, doing more stories, doing different things. So yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, oi, oi.